Hey, what's up, everybody? I normally don't go live on Sundays, but I just felt I would share a few nuggets and wisdom. I hope you guys can hear me. My TV's on, and I didn't feel like getting up to lower it because it's a Sunday. It's actually a goal saying Sunday. So I hope this video is a blessing to you guys. I know I normally do New Method Mondays or Winning Wednesdays, but today I decided to do Goal Slaying Sunday because I may not, more than likely, I probably won't be doing a video into another live video until next week. So real quick, guys, because I actually have to go and partake in these same activities that I'm about to tell you. So I want to share with you a few tips to help you get a few steps closer to your goals, whatever it is that they may be. You guys know I always like to introduce myself. Maria I. Melendez, that's my name. Maria I. Melendez, and I'm founder and CEO of Embrace Her Legacy, and it's a personal development, faith building, and dream birthing school for fabulous and faith-filled millennial women. So, one of the things that I do, one of the things that I work on is, a lot of people consider me like, a midwife. I consider myself a midwife to dreams and like a goals girl. And one of the things that I love to help women, millennial women specifically, millennial women and girls, is how to achieve your goals, right? And how to actually make it happen. Instead of saying things like, I want to be successful, I want to be happy, I want to lose weight, I want to make more money. My role in anyone's life that takes me on as a mentor or coach or teacher or speaker, I normally create some sort of framework to help you achieve those goals. Men and women, they work for men and women. So this week, I want to share with you really quickly a few steps that you can take now. You can actually do this now, right now. Whatever I'm going to say, you can actually pull out a notebook and you can do it right now. So the first thing, in order to get a few steps towards your goals, the reason why I do this on Sunday is because Sunday is the first day of the week. So I implement something every Sunday. I have been doing this viciously, religiously, for maybe at least the last 6-7 years I've been doing this. And every Sunday what I do is I sit down with myself. I might do it on Saturdays or Sunday. I sit down with myself and I look at my big goals. I look at my goals that I have for the year, and you should have goals for the year. If you don't, this is a great opportunity. We are ending the first quarter of the year, so it's not how you start and how you finish. So I look at my goals for the year. I look at my goals for the month. I suggest that one thing that you should do is, you should have goals for the year. That's the first thing. You should have at least 10 goals. If it's not for the year, for the next 12 to 18 months. You should have top 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months, and this should all be in line with like a 5-year vision plan and the overall goals that you have for your life. But you should have at least top 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months. And these goals should be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time specific. So you should have goals that are specific, meaning that you know exactly what you're shooting for, measurable, meaning that you can measure them, right? One of the big things that we do, and I tell people this all the time, is I cannot measure I want to be happy. I cannot measure I want to be successful. I can measure, I want to, I got a new job working at, I don't know, Saks Fifth Avenue as a fashion buyer by April 1st, 2018. I can measure that. That's a measure goal that's specific. It has a deadline. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to make sure that you have at least 10 goals that your top 10 goals, and anything after 10. I like the numbers between 7 and 10. So between 7 and 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months, right? That's the first thing. The next thing that I do is I have monthly goals. So every month, like let's say this week, we're going into April. Shout out to Team Aries, right? We're going into April. So one thing I'm going to do this week is I'm going to set monthly goals for the month of April. So I took my top 10 goals, right? You're going to have top 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months, right? And then at the beginning, at every month, which you should be doing, at the beginning of every month, what you should be doing is having goals for the month. So if one of your top 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months, let's say it's something like to quit your job so that you can start your real estate, you want to focus on, maybe you want to have your own real estate business. Well, maybe one of the goals for the month can be to incorporate your business, to start the incorporation process, to file the the articles of incorporation with the Department of State. Or maybe you can do some, maybe you want to save some money. Maybe your top 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months is to save maybe $5,000. So one of your goals for the month can be, well, maybe I'm going to save 20% of my income this month. So you want to look at what I'm doing here is really just funneling down to help you funnel down, you know. Go start with the big goals, and now we're going to have monthly goals, right? So now you have your big goals for the next year, 12 to 18 months, and you have your goals that you're going to set, and it's really good. This is a good time because we're going into April, so now you're going to set what are your mini goals for April, right, to get those big goals. Now, this is the creme de la creme that keeps me very disciplined, and it keeps me on track. Anybody who knows me, I am super goal oriented, right? So I do this thing every Sunday as I sit down with a notebook. I have my notebook, my laptop's in front of me. I have a specific journal that I use where I look at, all right, where are my action steps? I mean, what are my goals? What are my main goals? And every Sunday I set action steps towards those big goals. Every Sunday I set action steps, and these are little things. Like, these are what we fail to realize about success, guys, is that it's those daily disciplines. It's those times when nobody's looking at you, when nobody's checking for you, when nobody sees you getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym, when nobody sees you, you know, spending your weekends writing that book. The thing about goals and it's a discipline. So how successful you will become is measured by your daily routine. You tell me what you're doing every day, and I can tell you if you're getting closer to your goals. So that's where the creme de la creme of achieving your goals is. You have to be daily doing something daily towards the dream, towards the destiny, and it's not comfortable. I don't know why. I don't know who said that it was going to be comfortable and it's going to be easy and you're going to have all your sleep all the time, and it's not always going to be like that. So you want to make sure that on Sundays you take the time to set at least 5 action steps for the week to help you get closer to the goal. So if one of the goals for the month, and I just posted this on Instagram, one of the goals for the month, or one of your big goals for the next year or whatever, maybe to lose 20 pounds, maybe an action step this week can be to go to the gym 3 times, or to do a meal prep 3 times a week. If one of your goals is to save a certain amount of money by a certain date, then maybe this week what you can do is pack some lunch maybe a few times a week. A lot of us don't understand. We spend money on nonsense. Maybe this week what you can do is cut back on the Starbucks. Maybe this week one of the action steps is like, you know what, I am not gonna have Starbucks. I'm gonna pack my lunch 4 times this week. I'm gonna take my butt to Trader Joe's. Shout out to Trader Joe's. I'm gonna go buy some groceries, and I'm gonna save some money. I'm gonna save, you know, $50 this week because I'm not gonna spend money on lunch this week. Or maybe if you want to have that own business and you want to start that real estate business or whatever business that is, and that's one of your main goals for the next 12 to 18 months, well, maybe this week we can do something as simple as buying your domain name. Maybe you can go onto a certain site. This is free. I'm giving you like a Fiverr. I love Fiverr. You can get $5 jobs for pretty much graphic design, all these different things. So maybe you can go order a logo for your business. Maybe you can go onto Google. A lot of people underestimate what you can learn on Google. People always asking me questions, and I'm like, Google it. I am a proud member and student of Google and YouTube University. So maybe you don't know anything about incorporating a business. Well, go on Google it. Please, the Department of State website will tell you. It will show you step by step. New York will tell you, this is what you need. You need to get articles of incorporation. Then you need to, it comes with a $200 fee, and then you need to do this, and you need to do this. So maybe this week you buy your domain name. You go on Google and you write out the steps to what it is to incorporate the business. Or if you are saving money, then you can do something as simple as packing the lunch. If one of the goals is to get new jobs and to get a new job and to make more money, maybe this week you can decide on how you can make yourself more valuable. If it's going back to school, then maybe this week you can start calling up some different master's programs or college programs, whatever it is, and to kind of like get an idea. Maybe list 10 programs that you want to apply to. The thing about it is you're going like this. You're taking a big goal and you're chopping it down to little action steps that you can take towards this goal. And what you're going to do is next Sunday, you're going to do the same thing. So if this week you find out that you need to get an articles of incorporation, you need to do a certificate of publication for your business, well, next week what you can do is you can actually download the forms. That can be on your action steps for next week. You can download the forms. You can maybe file. You can send off the money order or the check, and you can actually file for the articles of incorporation little by little, step by step. That's how you do it with your business, okay? If that's something that you want to do. And this is another key that I do in order to keep myself effective. I write my task list for the next day. So after today, after I write my goal, my action steps of the week, right? After I say, this is what I'm going to do this week, I am also going to flip over to the other page. I'm going to write on the top of the paper, March 27th, 2017, right? Because I'm going to set my tasks for tomorrow, today. So that when I wake up in the morning, I work from home, so it's a different, and I used to do this when I was working for someone else anyway. I would sit down and I'd be like, all right, what I need to get done today, the day before. So when I walk in and I sit down on Monday morning, you should know on your task list, which you should not wait in the morning to see how you feel, to be like, oh, what am I going to get done today? When I do that intentionally, so that on Monday morning, when I'm sitting at my desk, when I'm sitting getting things done, I already look at my task list for the day. All right, this is what I said I was going to do. So I set my action steps for the week on Sunday. After I do that, I'm going to set my task list for Monday on Sunday, and those are the tasks I need to get. And I would say get your priority tasks out the way first. I always say I really don't like to schedule meetings and things on Mondays and Tuesdays, because Mondays and Tuesdays are really my task. I'm getting a lot of tasks done throughout the days, and then on the latter ends of the week, that's when I usually send up calls and weekend calls and meetings like that. So you want to set your priority tasks. What are your A tasks? Your A tasks are the tasks that have they're meaty. They hold the most weight. What I mean by that is if you don't get these done, if you don't get these tasks done, you're gonna suffer major consequences. So getting an A task is a task that has the most benefit or consequence or whether or not you get it done. You guys understand what I'm saying? So at the end of your day on Sunday, what I suggest is that you take Sunday, right? All right, this is my task list for Monday. This is what I'm going to do on Monday. And I understand that sometimes you're at work and you can't necessarily work on your own goals. I was Mrs. Queen of working for people during the day, but taking time throughout the day. Instead of me being on Facebook at work because it's nothing's going on, I'm researching stuff in my business. I'm doing things like that. You want to take advantage of your time. And please don't give me the excuse of I don't have time, because if your job asked you to come in an hour later or leave an hour early, you would do it. But why do we work so hard at building other people's businesses and building other people's dreams? But when it comes to ourselves, we have all the excuses. I don't have time. But if your job asked you to stay longer or to come in early, you would. And you'd make all provision about it. It's not about you don't have time. It's like you just, do you really want it? Do you really want whatever it is that you said that you want? You can work hard at your job and you'll make a living. But if you work hard for yourself, you'll make a fortune. A lot of us get comfortable. And I tell people like this, listen, baby, you could have courage or comfort, but you can't have both. You can't just be like, oh, I'm working, I'm tired. I get it. I did it. Trust me. I used to take conference calls at 8 o'clock at night. I used to have dinner meetings. I used to be up till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, trying to work on blog posts for my website. There's a lot of people. It's not, if you have a 9 to 5 life, and you should be working from 5 to 9 on whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah, you have a 9 to 5, but from 5 to 9 is your time. You get what I mean? And if you tired, I'm sorry. And if you, I don't know how serious you want it. Because there's people out here who are hungry. There's people out here who get it done. There are people out here who have businesses, who have families, who have responsibilities, who have 9 to 5s, but find the time. They may not get enough sleep. They may be a little tired, but you're going to have to pay the cost for a season. It's going to have to happen. You cannot be comfortable. You cannot say, oh, I want to quit my job and I want to have a business and I want to do this, but you're going on vacation every quarter. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen if because you might have to you're going to have to be uncomfortable. And one person, if there's an entrepreneur that I would love for you, I recommend you guys just to listen to is Mark Cuban. I love, because we come from the same school, the same mentality, but he talks about this all the time. Like, you know, you're going to have to get down to the nitty gritty. That's what it really comes down to. You're going to have to get down to the nitty gritty and do what you got to do. If that you might not sleep. You know, some of us, you might be broke for a season. This is just what it takes to really do what it is that you want to do. But you got to have fun and time. So if you have a 9 to 5, that's cool. But what you doing from 5 to 9 towards your goals? What you doing before work? What you doing at lunch? What you doing after work towards your goal? Are you being distracted? So that's another thing. So take the time so I don't even know. I'm kind of going off. I don't have any notes and I'm tired. But, yeah, so consider writing your action steps for the next day. And what I do is at the end of Monday, what do you think I do? I write my task list for Tuesday at the end of my day on Monday. I'm like, all right, this is what I got done, this is what I got done, this is what I didn't get done, or this is what I got to finish doing, and I do that on Tuesday. I look at my action steps. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do this on Tuesday. I kind of do this over and over again. So at the end of Monday, I write my task list for Tuesday at the end of the day on Monday, and then at the end of Tuesday, I write my task list for Wednesday. And I'm always corresponding. What I'm using to measure whether or not I've been successful for the week is what I said I was going to get done for that week. So now every day, little by little, what you did now is you took a 1 year goal or a goal for next year, the next 12 to 18 months, and you just brought it back to something you can start doing today. What happens is a lot of times we get overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, change is too impossible. I can't. It's not worth it. I don't know. It's too hard. And then you just end up in the same cyclical behavior. You get what I mean? And it's all about balance too. I'm not telling you to just give it all up for your goals. You want to have some type of balance, but you also want to make sure that you're not getting caught up on the hamster wheel of life, moving really, really fast but going nowhere. So that's it. So that's really the steps I wanted to share. Set your 12 to 18, your top 10 goals for the set your top 10 goals for the next 12 to 18 months. Set your monthly goals for April, according to those top goals, right? And then you're going to set your action steps today for the week, and you're going to keep that every Sunday. So top 10 goals that are smart, monthly goals for the month of April, action steps for this week, goal setting Sunday, and then you're going to set your task list for tomorrow. You're going to do that today. Like, what? All right, you said you was going to do all this week, so what you going to do tomorrow? Or what can you do now? You don't even have to wait till tomorrow. You can chill out, and you can chill out today, or you can do something today towards those goals. So these are ways that you can now start working on your goals now. I hope this was a blessing for you. If you want, I have a few resources to help you. One, I have a free goal setting guide, and you can get that at embraceherlegacy.com/5-step plan, not the number 5, the word 5. So it's embraceherlegacy.com/5-step plan. I also have another course that I think might be a good to you, embraceherlegacy.com/change. And that course is focused on it's free too, 3 steps to help you use your pain to birth change and achieve your dreams. And I also have another class free, embraceherlegacy.com/free course, and that's a class to help you overcome fear and procrastination to achieve your goals. Now, I do also have, this is like one of my new classes. My major classes is also the seven major keys of accomplishing your goals. Shout out to DJ Khaled, major key alert. So, the 7 major keys to accomplishing your goals, and you can get that along with a slew of other courses that I just put up: mastering your thought life, discovering who you are, how to face fear to defeat your giants, I believe, and the goal setting, the 7 major keys to goal setting, and then negotiating like a boss. Those are all available for $12 a month. Yes, girl. Embrace Her Legacy, and that's all down with Embrace Her Legacy University, which is a personal development, faith building, and dream birthing online classroom. It's my online platform where I have all my courses there available. And you can get that at embraceherlegacy.com/university, embraceherlegacy.com/university, and then it's also on embraceherlegacy.teachable.com. So there's a lot of website links that I hit at you. But if you have any questions, you can just comment below and you can just let me know. But so those are just different resources that are available to you to help you out. All right, so I hope this was a blessing to somebody. I'm gonna go get my Goal Slaying Sunday on. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below if you're looking at this on YouTube or on Facebook. Happy Sunday. Bye.